Suzanne Wade, and I am the project coordinator for Testing the Waters of Paddle and Cove Adventure. And I'd like to welcome you to it and tell you a little bit about it. Okay, this is put on by the Rockford Coalition. How many of you are familiar with the Rockford Coalition? Quite a few of you. Some are going, maybe. Since 1994, this group has been involved with all sorts of different issues along the Rock River. It started as a corridor coalition with Janesville and Beloit, I should say Beloit, Janesville, Fort Atkinson, Jefferson, Watertown, Waupun, and Mayville as being the main organizations. But really looking at, is there a way for us to connect these communities? Can we work on our river walks? Can we look at economic development, cultural preservation? And then since about 1998, we really focused on water quality. Our mission is to educate and to bring together people of diverse interests to protect and improve the, see if I get it in the right order, probably won't, the environmental, the economic, recreational, cultural resources of the Rock River Basin. Did I come close? Close. Okay, close. I look. Which means that we want to bring together not just those of us who think the same, but other people. So we've done projects where we have farmers and consultants and DNR and local elected officials, all trying to make positive steps to improve our Rock River. It's kind of our motto, you know, we live, work, play in the Rock River Basin, so we want to make it a wonderful place to be. And that's from the back of our t-shirts. If anybody wants a t-shirt, we have some left. So why testing the waters? Well, I just mentioned that one of our goals to begin with was linking all those municipalities. Well, there are a lot of ways to link. They were originally looking at corridors, well, and now the Rock River Trail Initiative has come in and done a wonderful job of signing things and looking at boat launches and connections and doing all sorts of wonderful things. And if Greg was here, he'd tell you even more about some major future things. Well, we said we want to look at water quality issues. Now, the Rock River Coalition does have a stream monitoring program. I'll talk to you about it in a little bit. But we want to look at water quality. What happens from the very headwaters area through the Horicon Marsh on down as we get the different rivers coming in. We've got, you know, you've got the Oconomowoc and the Ashpin and the Crawfish with the Beaver Dam, and you've got the Monasha and the Yahara and the Rubicon and the Bark and the Turtle Creek, all those things. So we want to take a look at that. You'll hear a lot more about what that means and about the probe and how we did it. But I want to emphasize something because Eric hasn't been emphasizing it very much. What you're going to hear about tonight is the first time this has ever been done anywhere. It is really innovative, potentially far-ranging, has effects for people who are citizens who want to know more about their water, and that's exciting. We also have been educating students. And I'm going to introduce our, let's see, do we have Rachel here or just Carl? Just Carl back there. Wave at Carl.
Hello.
Carl has been going, he hasn't been able to paddle. He hasn't even been able to be outside in this beautiful weather. But Carl has been with classes in schools along the river, holding programs about it, showing them our what we've been doing, and then doing other classroom things. Any little thing you want to say about what you've been doing, Carl?
I think it's been really good. I think we've got mostly middle school age kids really engaged in water quality and showing them some of both the natural and unnatural ways that water could be polluted, and kind of just making them sort of think about the big picture of water quality within not only the Rock River Basin, but really just water quality in general.
We've also been educating the public, so it's not just been about paddling. I mean, our paddlers got off the water just before 5 o'clock, grabbed a bite to eat, and then came here to be at our community event. So we've been going from early in the morning. Caitlin's my logistic coordinator. Let's see, I have you starting work about 7 in the morning and ending some nights not till 9. So I don't want to kill them, so I try to have a few nights off. And we've been doing a lot of social media updates. Anybody watching us on Facebook? Yeah, it's been pretty cool, hasn't it? Facebook and on our website. Here are partners. These are the people who've helped put this together. Rock River Coalition has been the driving force, written the grants, been working on it for about 2 years. Current Data is working on the equipment. The Rock River Trail Initiative has been quite involved, Wisconsin DNR, the Rock River Stormwater Group. You'll hear more about stormwater and the Rock River Stormwater Group. University of Wisconsin Whitewater, UW Extension, and Jefferson County. Patricia here is with the Land and Water Conservation Department. Has been really valuable. We keep going, we couldn't do it without money. You know, there were periods of time when I really wondered whether we were going to do this or if it would just be a couple of us paddling down the river because of money. DNR has been very critical. UW Whitewater gave us enough funds to hire 4 students and provide some other in-kind services. Re-Energies, Alliant Energy, ATC, and Angus Young. All wonderful partners, along with a number of smaller partners that are listed in your program if you picked up the program. So a little bit more about the Rock River Coalition for those who don't know it. Our flagship program is Citizen Stream Monitoring. What, about 13 years now? 13, 14? I think we started in 2002. So about 14 years. Every year we go out and we try and get people who are interested, we get inquiries, we train the volunteers on how to do simple tests of the water, and then we put them on streams if they say they're interested. And last year we had 141 volunteers at 102 sites, all wadeable streams, because that's what the protocols call for. So it's a pretty cool program. We provide equipment, it's $280 per team for equipment. And we have a stream monitoring coordinator, Nancy, so it's really neat. We offer other programs, some of them you never hear about because they're specifically for professionals. We have had a whole bunch of series for over several years on how to mitigate flooding in cities. So we're working with emergency management and with others that deal with wetland restorations to kind of explain why in the cities, having wetland restorations in the country to help act as a sponge in an area that water can expand to can save millions of dollars in disaster dollars. So we've had a number of different programs. We've also hosted things like salt, decreasing the use of salt in cities workshops. So those types of things are going on by the coalition that you might not know about. We have 3 chapters. Tell you a little more about them. And we also, if you could have picked up our newsletter, we offer other educational forums. We're funded almost strictly by our membership contributions and donations. Our special projects are funded through grants, but about 2/3 of our, or more, of our budget goes every year to a stream monitoring program and to our newsletters. Our chapters, this is the coolest thing. How many of you have been involved in groups that you spent the first year trying to figure out bylaws, money, who's going to take care of the bills and the budget, who's going to be our officers, and then every year you have to do more officers? Well, we have chapters. They don't have to do any of that. We have our officers, we have our bylaws, we have our financial management, we can write grants and sign off for them. So they just have to do good work. They have to have an action plan. They have to manage their budget. But they do what's important to them. So eradicating invasive species, doing river cleanups, doing monitoring. Those are the types of things. They're on the ground in their own local community. It's kind of a really exciting way to do it. So that's Rock River Coalition. That's Testing the Waters. I'd like to introduce some of our staff who've been involved. So I'm going to see if I can go around and picture everybody. So we have Patricia, I mentioned. She's with the Land and Water Conservation Department. We have Mark, who's going to be our next speaker. Who am I missing going around? He's been involved. We have Eric Compass, you're going to hear speaking shortly. His student, Jeff, who's been an amazing paddler. Going around. Pete Jacobs, thank you for your kayak trailer.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah. Then we have Porter Vandervoort, who has been sitting alone in a GIS. He's been able to paddle a couple of times.
Yep.
You met Carl. So those are some of the people who are involved in our program, and we thank them all a lot. I had been told that Representative Horlacher would be here.
No, just can't.
Oh, we came in. Hi, you want to say hi to the group?
Hey! So, for anybody that doesn't know me, I'm
Cody Forlocker. I'm the state rep for the area. Been here the last 2 years. I see a lot of friendly faces in the crowd. I'll be around. I just wanted to stop in and check out all the programming that you guys do, learn a little bit more about it, and I'll be around afterwards for questions.
Oh, good, you're staying through, because I think
Yeah.
you're going to be really impressed with some of the work we've got.
Absolutely.
I'd like to introduce you to Mark Rito from the DNR. He's going to tell you a little bit about the basis for the Rock River Recovery effort that this is kind of helping to gather some data on.